Welcome to Hillsboro High School as we get set for junior varsity action. The Cashton Eagles versus the Hillsboro Tigers. Will Scholes to jump, and they're going to say Hillsboro wins possession of the jump off the errant whistle. Marshall stole rather, to inbound the ball. They'll get it to Malachi Simpson. Simpson inside two. And right back outside Stoll. Now out front to Dakota Hatfield. Working the post for him. Marshall Stoll now. And Simpson over near side to Anderson. Back to Simpson. Now Stoll. Will Scholes. Turnaround jumper again for Scholes. Cashton brings the ball, puts on offense. Brady Wells with a three-point shot on the way off the rim. Going to be rebounded and put back in. Getting the garbage for the team. Gabe Martin with his first 2 points of the game. And Cashton's showing some pressure up front. Scholes with the ball. Near side, Marshall Stoll, and now Ian Anderson. Ate my supper too fast. I got the hiccups. Marshall Stoll caught the corner. Back out to Scholes. Scholes near side Stoll. Anderson in the corner. Cross court Simpson. No, back out front Hatfield and Scholes. Scholes feeds it down to Anderson. Back out to Scholes. 3-point shot on the way. A bit short. Fight for the rebound. Simpson will come down with it. Another 3-pointer on the way. A little bit long. Rebounded by Dylan Heft. Heft up the floor quickly. Brady Wells going to center the offense and start over. Bring it near side to Rory Mills now. Heft back to Mills now. Landon Laufenberg. Marshall Stoll inbound the ball to Simpson. Off the Cashton turnover. It goes far side to Ian Anderson. Anderson works inside to Scholes. Back outside to Anderson. Cross court to Simpson. Bring it near side Hatfield for a rare 3-pointer. Just a bit long. Bounces on every corner of the basket. Doesn't go in. And Brady Wells will bring the Eagles back up. Set the Cashton offense. He'll come near side to Martin. Laufenberg gets caught traffic. Knocked out of bounds by Simpson. Cashton will retain the ball. Cashton working the ball around. Martin dribbling it down in. He's going to leave it for Wells. Shot doesn't fall. Simpson quickly up the floor for Hillsboro. Near corner to Scholes. Scholes driving right side and is fouled. We'll have our first foul and first free throws of the game. Will Scholes to the free throw line. Personal foul is on Dylan Heft. His first team foul for Cashton. Will Scholes to the free throw line. And he'll sink the first one. Line up for foul shot number 2.
We are. I had to look. Yeah.
And Scholes rattles around, lets it go, but rebound to Ian Anderson. Scholes back up front to Simpson. Go far side to Kirkpatrick in the game now. Dominic feed it in. Anderson back outside to Simpson. Simpson's pass knocked away and out of bounds by Gabe Martin. Hillsboro will retain possession. And Martin will pick off Simpson's inbound pass. Dakota Price will track it down, steal it back. Now Simpson up the floor quickly. He'll get it to Scholes. Scholes working left side, up and off the glass, can't go. Scholes gets that tip and puts it right back in. Second chance points for the Tigers. And Hillsboro will pick up their first foul of the game. William Scholes picking up his first personal, first team foul. Gabe Martin inbound for Cash. Dumps it into Brady Wells, and Wells over to Milsna. Martin now on the drive to the right side. Little jumper up off the glass, doesn't go. And we're going to have a traveling call. Simpson will inbound it to Anderson. Then Simpson will set the Hillsboro offense. Down to Scholes. He likes driving that left side. Up Simpson, 3-point shot on the way, and boom goes the dynamite for Malachi Simpson. Hillsboro with some sticky nets. The other night we had a few sticky nets. Had to stop play to fix it. This one is Milsna will inbound to Wells, and Wells back to Milsna. Now cross court to Laufenberg. Laufenberg with the drive. They're getting tied up. Fight for the ball. Milsna with the rebound, and I was going to say off Simpson. Cashton will retain possession of the ball, inbounding near baseline for Cashton. Checking into the game for Cashton. Evan Austin. And the inbound pass goes to Laufenberg. Wells back to Milsna. Milsna down into the corner to Wells. Out front to Martin. Actually, that was Laufenberg. Now Wells finds a handle on it, high off the glass, doesn't go. Austin go to the line to shoot free throws. Evan Austin to the line, tried to clean up the garbage and was fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Personal foul on Dominic Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick's first personal, second team foul for Hillsboro. And Evan Austin to line up for his second foul shot. Off the back of the iron with both of them. Rebound Will Scholes. Scholes up the floor quickly for the Tigers. And Simpson. Will Scholes has those pink shoes, and they just make him look fast. Scholes' turnaround jumper doesn't go. Rebound's going to go to Austin. And up the floor quickly. Up the right side and will lay it in is Landon Laufenberg. And now Marshall Stoll on the near side with the ball. Stoll inside the Hatfield back. Stoll now Scholes. 16-foot jumper off the iron. Getting the rebound. Simpson can't put it in. Fighting for points. Hatfield couldn't get it. Simpson tracks it down. Loose ball on the ground. Everybody fighting for it. Everybody on the floor. And a timeout called by Coach Kurt Hildreth to save possession of the ball. A lot of action there in about the last 5 seconds. A lot of rolling around on the ground. And the last thing Hillsboro wants to do is get into a wrestling match with Cashton. So Hillsboro with 4 timeouts left. Cashton with 5. I see Ian Anderson flirting with the girls at the scorer's table, so I assume Ian Anderson coming into the game. On the floor for Hillsboro, Ian Anderson, Marshall Stoll, Dominic Kirkpatrick, Malachi Simpson, and Will Scholes. For Cashton, I see Evan Austin. I know the Hillsboro kids. It's a lot easier. Brady Wells, Laufenberg, Milsna, and Gabrielson. Caden Gabrielson. I haven't seen him. I haven't been mentioning his name. Hillsboro can't be cleaning up the garbage here. Now we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow Cashton. The Cashton will take possession of the ball. Milsna ready to inbound it to Wells. And Cashton back on offense. Hillsboro now putting on three-quarter court defense, and they'll knock it. Goes off the hands, they're saying, of Evan Austin. And now the referee says, no, it was off Will Scholes, and Cashton will retain possession of the ball. Austin the inbound, he'll dump it into Milsna. Milsna to Wells. Wells out in front court for Cashton. Gets it to Milsna. Milsna to Laufenberg near the free throw line, now to Wells. Wells looking for help, get it to Laufenberg, now back to Wells. Gabrielson with the ball. Now Wells, I believe. A three-point shot on the way. Doesn't go. Rebound, Will Scholes. Dumps it way down court to Anderson. Back out Simpson. Three-point shot on the way off the back of the iron. Scholes with the rebound. He'll kick it out to Stoll. Stoll back to Scholes. Scholes with the drive from the right side now. Turn around, 12-foot jumper. Doesn't go. Rebound to Austin. And Austin will bring the Eagles flying up the court. All the way, coast to coast, and up the right side. Austin's going to drop it in. Evan Austin on the board for the Eagles. Simpson to the far side to Anderson. Anderson, low to Schultz. Schultz back near side. Three-point shot on the way from Simpson. Simpson can't connect. Schultz with the rebound. Second chance points, and the basket will count. And William Scholes will go to the free throw line to try to make 3 points the old-fashioned way. The only way 3 points should count. As personal foul is on Rory Milsna, I believe. That's his first personal, second team foul. Scholes can't connect on the three-point attempt. And now we're going to have a foul on Hillsboro, a body foul on the rebound. Cashton will take the ball. Third team foul on the Tigers, I believe. They don't have it posted up yet, and that's fine. As Laufenberg's going to drive the lane, and Laufenberg will drop one in now. Ian Anderson on the far side kicks it back out front to Simpson. Now to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick to Anderson, and Anderson pulls it back out to Simpson. Now Kirkpatrick out front. Now to Simpson. Three-point shot from the corner. Rattles around the rim. There's Anderson. Tries to clean up the garbage. He can't, but Kirkpatrick does. Hillsboro with 3 chances and finally gets the bucket. Austin is going to get blocked by Hatfield. Now Brady Wells with the ball. Wells out front to Milsna. Milsna to Austin. Wells and now Laufenberg with the ball. Milsna, top of the key. Now back to Austin. Stolen by Malachi Simpson. Simpson's maybe going to get away with it. Kirkpatrick stole with the ball. Now back to Kirkpatrick. Cross court to Simpson. Those were taking their time, patiently looking for that good shot. And there's Ian Anderson for 3, a bit long. Lakota Hatfield cleaning up the garbage with the big rebound. And Lakota Hatfield put Hillsboro up 2 more. And Simpson with the rebound off the Laufenberg shot. And Simpson will bring Hillsboro's offense back and reset. Down to Anderson. 3-point shot off the back and off the top. And everywhere's also off the backboard. Simpson will run down the rebound. Simpson now, 16-footer on the way. He can't get it to fall. Another rebound by Kirkpatrick, and he can't get it to go. Ian Anderson. Hillsboro with 4 or 5 offensive rebounds. Anderson now blocked. Finally, Gabrielson will bring it down for Cashton. Hillsboro with a lot of looks there. Can't quite connect. Wells with the ball on the far wing. He'll drop it inside to Austin. And it's going to say off Austin's hands out of bounds. Turn over to the Tigers. Checking into the game for Graham Hemmersbach, or rather Dylan Heft, and Gabe Martin back into the game for Cashton. Cashton, I believe, is going to take a full time out here. Cashton left with 4 timeouts. Hillsboro with 4 timeouts. Hillsboro 3 team fouls. Cashton with 2. So the teams make their way out on their floor after the timeout. Hillsboro puts out Anderson, Kirkpatrick, Hatfield, Stoll, and Scholes. Cashton has Wells, Laufenberg, Martin, Austin, and Heft. Stoll with the ball for the Tigers. He'll come Ian Anderson. He gets a good look. 3-point shot, way long. Heft with the rebound, and he'll bring the ball up for Cashton. Heft going to leave it for Laufenberg. No, Martin. Martin to Wells. Back to Martin. Martin working the right side. Back to Wells. Or rather, that's Austin. Now Wells. Heft with the ball out top of the key. Near side to Laufenberg. Brady Wells now. He's going to leave it. Austin drives the lane. 6-foot jumper doesn't go. Rebound to Martin, and Martin is fouled. And will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Hillsboro's going to pick up their 4th team foul. Personal foul on Will Scholes. That's his second personal. And Gabe will roll the first one in. Checking into the game for Dominic Kirkpatrick is Malachi Simpson. Martin sets his sights on the basket. He'll drain that one. And up the floor quickly comes Simpson and the Tigers. They go to Ian Anderson. Anderson is Scholes. Scholes in the near corner. Driving down right side. And he's fouled. They're going to say he's fouled on the ground. No basket, their official says. So Hillsboro will retain possession of the ball. Marshall Stoll to inbound for the Tigers. He'll dump it to Simpson. Simpson steps behind the arc. Lets one fly. Doesn't go. Rebound, Dakota Hatfield. He can't get it to go. And finally, Heft will come bring it down. And now to Martin, back to Heft. He goes quickly up the floor. Go far side to Laufenberg. Laufenberg bounces into Martin. Martin to Laufenberg. Now Heft. Back to near side to Austin. Laufenberg with the ball. Down to Austin. Back out to Martin. Martin driving right side. Kick it out front to Heft. Now Brady Wells will reset the Cashton offense. Laufenberg. Heft. Brady Wells. Austin. Back to Martin. Heft. Austin with a 16-foot jumper. Doesn't go. Ball up for grabs. And they're going to say it was off of Laufenberg. Hillsboro will take possession of the ball. Hillsboro leading by 4. Their biggest lead of the game has been 6. As Marshall Stoll will bring the Hillsboro offense up the floor. Stoll to Kirkpatrick. Now to Ian Anderson. Finds down low. Hatfield back out. Kirkpatrick just beyond the free throw line. 13-footer doesn't go. Heft with the rebound. Outlet Brady Wells up the floor to Laufenberg, and Laufenberg's going to be fouled on the floor. It'll be Hillsboro's fifth team foul. I think they're going to hang this one on Lakota Hatfield. And they indeed do. It's his first personal. Gabe Martin to inbound the ball for Cashton. He'll dump it into Brady Wells. Outside to Austin. Laufenberg now. Heft puts it down the corner. Back out front to Wells. Wells, 12-foot jumper on the way off the backboard and in. Brady Wells is his first basket of the night. Cashton on a little run of their own as they're only down by 2 now. Kirkpatrick to Simpson for Hillsboro. Ian Anderson with the ball. He'll come near side. Kirkpatrick. I thought it was coming right up here in the window for a while. Kirkpatrick gets it knocked away from him, and now he'll get it over to Stoll. Stoll with the ball in front court for Hillsboro. Malachi Simpson drives the left side and is fouled. Looked like a pretty good block, but they took a little arm with it, and Simpson to the line to shoot 2 free throws for the Tigers. Personal foul is on Gabe Martin, his first personal, Cashton's 4th team foul. Simpson's first shot rattles back and forth amongst the rim and in. He'll line up for his second foul shot. Gabrielson checking back into the game for Cashton. And Simpson's shot off the back of the iron. Lakota Hatfield fighting for it, gets it to Kirkpatrick for 3. Hillsboro can't connect. And there's Ian Anderson calling the garbage man, cleaning it up, getting the second chance points. Gabe Martin goes to Milsna on the far side, back out front to Wells. Now Laufenberg. Gabrielson, top of the key, now to Wells. Back over to Milsna. Laufenberg, Gabrielson. Gabrielson with the ball. Just beyond the arc. Gabe Martin driving down right side, kicks it out. Laufenberg, Milsna. Rory Milsna with the ball. And he's going to find Laufenberg charging down the right side, stuck in traffic. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Lakota Hatfield with the rebound. Outlet to Kirkpatrick, and off to the races go the Tigers. Malachi Simpson with the ball in the far wing. He'll bounce it into Marshall Stoll, out to Ian Anderson. Anderson doing a lot of walking around out here amongst the line. He wanted that 3-point shot, but didn't take it. Kirkpatrick now out beyond the arc on the far side. Coming near side to Marshall Stoll. Stoll to Simpson. Simpson with the ball. Back to Stoll. Stoll to Kirkpatrick. Now Ian Anderson. Back to Simpson. Simpson going to feed Stoll. Stoll driving left side. He'll bounce over Lakota Hatfield. 12-foot jumper on the way, and Hatfield will give it a home. Hillsboro with their biggest lead of the night is 7 right now. As Landon Laufenberg misses a long shot. Here comes Rory Milsna. He's going to feed it to Laufenberg underneath. A nice assist and put down by Laufenberg. Milsna with the nice assist. And Simpson up the floor quickly. And he'll dump it down low to Hatfield. He's going to turn around, 14-footer on the way. Partially blocked and short. Milsna with the rebound. Wells up the floor. Wells going to turn around, jump shot, and drop it in. And now Cashton on a little run, only down by 3. Simpson now with the ball, looking for some help. He'll get it to Marshall Stoll. Stoll to Simpson. Back to Kirkpatrick, Stoll. Ian Anderson back out front to Stoll. And now Kirkpatrick. Stoll with the ball. Final 10 seconds of play. We'll see what Hillsboro comes up with here. Simpson, Stoll, Kirkpatrick. Sometimes I wonder if some of these players know what's on the clock. Now Stoll's going to launch one and misses at the buzzer. Hillsboro go to the locker room leading 19-16 in this JV matchup. Unofficial scoring for the Tigers, they're being led by William Scholes with 7 points. Lakota Hatfield with 4, Malachi Simpson 4, Dominic Kirkpatrick with 2, and Ian Anderson dropping a deuce on the Eagles. Unofficially for the Cashton Eagles, Landon Laufenberg leading the way with 6, Gabe Martin 4, Brady Wells 4, and Evan Austin with 2 for a total of 16. I'm going to step away from the mic, grab a drink for my hiccups, and be back in about 7 minutes with second half junior varsity action. So as both teams report to the bench for final instruction, we get ready for second half action. It appears Hillsboro with a 3-point lead will start out the second half with the ball. If the possession error was right, and I can only assume it is, since the officials were over there checking everything. As both teams make their way out on the floor, I see Milsna, Heft, Laufenberg, Gabrielson, and Graham Hemmersbach on the floor now for Cashton. Hillsboro stole just inbounded to Simpson, rounded out by Hatfield, Scholes, and Ian Anderson. Hatfield with the ball. He dumps it into Scholes. Scholes back out front to Stoll. Now Simpson. Simpson near side to Hatfield. Hatfield feeds it into Scholes. Scholes tried to get it to Hatfield, stolen. Scholes will steal it right back from Heft. Now it's stolen. Scholes comes up with it, gets a shot off. A fight for the ball. They're going to leave it with Hillsboro, saying it was off Rory Milsna. So Hillsboro retained possession of the ball. Malachi Simpson to inbound near baseline for the Tigers. Simpson inside the Scholes, back to Simpson. 3-point shot on the way off the front of the iron. Rolls around. Rebound, Gabe Martin. And up the floor comes Hemmersbach, and now Martin with the ball. Heft. Milsna back to Hemmersbach. Heft and now Milsna with the ball up top of the key. Back to Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach loses a handle on it. Stoll's going to pick it up and get fouled. They're going to hang this foul on Landon Laufenberg. Hillsboro near side. Stoll inbound. It's first team foul on Cash in the second half as Lakota Hatfield lets one fly. Rebound's going to be back to Martin. Martin up the floor to Heft. Heft up the right side. Can't get the ball to finish. Rebound to Scholes. Scholes brings the ball up the court himself. Now going to leave it for Simpson. Simpson driving left side baseline. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. And Hatfield's going to tie it up with Martin. Possession arrow Cashton. Cashton will take over control of the ball. Inbound pass to Hemmersbach. Hillsboro applying some minor pressure now. Laufenberg in the Heft, back to Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach, 8-foot jump shot on the way and in. For Graham Hemmersbach on the board for the Cardinals. He's got 2 points tonight. Simpson now finding his way down to Anderson, and now Marshall Stoll back to Simpson. Simpson to Hatfield. Hatfield to Scholes. Scholes, Ian Anderson working inside, wide open. Simpson off the Anderson assist. Simpson now 6 points on the night. Ball up the floor to Heft. Heft stuck in the corner here. He's driving his way down, and we're going to have a foul. Question is, I don't know if they gave it to Scholes or Hatfield. It looks like they're going to charge Hatfield with the foul. Both teams with a team foul apiece now, as Hemmersbach will take the inbound pass, far side to Laufenberg. Laufenberg leaves it for Milsna. Milsna back to Heft. Heft to Laufenberg. Laufenberg near side to Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach, free throw line, gets his shot blocked. Simpson will pick it up off the floor, and Hillsboro back on offense. Scholes now driving right side baseline and is blocked. Hillsboro retain the basketball. You know, Simpson driving. He'll kick it. He turned around, 16-foot jumper on the way and drops it in. Malachi Simpson. Showing a flash there is Hemmersbach's going to get picked off. And here comes Marshall Stoll driving down and is blocked and out of bounds. Hillsboro's going to keep the ball. And I believe we're going to have a Cashton timeout here, a 30-second timeout. They'll be left with 3 timeouts. Hillsboro with 4. Both teams with a team foul apiece. Hillsboro plus 5, plus 2 in the second half. So Hillsboro to take the ball near baseline for the Tigers. Malachi Simpson to inbound. Scholes kick it out front to Anderson. Clear across court to Hatfield. Hatfield back to Scholes. Scholes working. And they're going to call Scholes for traveling. They should line up Will Scholes and Gabe Martin and have a foot race. Their shoes are so fast they make my back hurt. Back in the game, Gabrielson now. He'll come in, get the ball. Hemmersbach. A whole lot of trouble there. Laufenberg gets it, skips it across the court and out of bounds. Hillsboro will take possession on the turnover. Cashton now showing somewhat of some pressure. And Hillsboro no problem with it as Scholes brings it down. They'll lob it into Hatfield down low. Hatfield fighting for the handle on the ball. Hemmersbach now off to the races. Challenging up the left side and in for Graham. Graham with 4 points now on the night. They find Ian Anderson in the corner, Hillsboro does. Ian working down the low post. Gets it to Marshall Stoll. Stoll working it up, kicks out Anderson. 3-point shot on the way. A bit long and going to go off Hatfield's hands. Brilliant save by Malachi Simpson. And Lakota Hatfield ends up on the ground, and we end up with a full timeout called by Hillsboro. So both teams calling a timeout here early in the second half. The Hillsboro to inbound the ball after the timeout. Marshall Stoll with the honors. He'll dump it into Simpson. Another 3 on the way, and Simpson will knock that one down. Simpson now 11 points on the night. Hemmersbach gets it across the court. Laufenberg and now Milsner. Milsner down low to Gabrielson. Hemmersbach. Austin in the game. Back to Gabrielson. Laufenberg. Milsner with the ball. Near side, there's Gabrielson off the front of the iron. Milsner with the rebound. Kicks it back out front to Graham Hemmersbach. Now Austin with the ball. Gabrielson back to Austin. Austin Milsner. Milsner with the ball to Laufenberg. Now Hemmersbach into the corner. Austin with 3-point shot doesn't go. Milsner runs down the rebound. The Cashton gets some second chance looks here. Laufenberg with the ball. His free throw line inside, kicks it out. Gabrielson, Milsner reset the offense. There's Laufenberg now at low post. He'll pull up 16-foot jumper on the way. Rebound, Ian Anderson. Tigers back in business. Up the floor goes Marshall Stoll. He'll center it to Ian Anderson, near side to Scholes. Scholes back out front, Anderson. Top of the key, doesn't take it. There's Lakota Hatfield for a three. Doesn't quite go. Scholes with a rebound, turns around and puts away the garbage. William Scholes fighting for it. Gets it. He's got 9 points on the night. Here comes Milsna with the ball. He'll come near side to Gabrielson and now Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach with the ball. Now Gabrielson. Gabrielson back out front to Milsna. Milsna cross court to Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach running jump shot. They're going to say he's fouled and going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Second team foul on the Tigers. Graham Hemmersbach to the line to shoot 2 foul shots. Hemmersbach's first shot off the back of the iron. Checking into the game for Cashton, Gabe Martin. He'll come in for Milsna. And Dominic Kirkpatrick in for Marshall Stoll. Hemmersbach will line up for his second free throw. Up and off the back of the iron. Rebound, Laufenberg. Back out to Hemmersbach. And he's going to feed streaking Austin. And he's blocked from behind by Simpson. Malachi Simpson with the ball for the Tigers. He'll dump it down Lakota Hatfield. Hatfield, I think he's trying to feed Will Scholes, and it went over everybody and out of bounds, so the turnover will give Cash the ball. Gabrielson, or rather, Hemmersbach takes the ball for Cashton. Across the court to Martin, back to Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach reset the offense. Near side to Gabrielson. Austin with the ball. And he's going to be tied up by Lakota Hatfield. Possession there with Hillsboro, so Hillsboro will get the ball back. Simpson to inbound to Scholes. And Hillsboro, with their biggest lead so far of the night with 8, trying to add on to it. Malachi Simpson will pull up and hit nothing but the bottom of the net. He's got 14 now on the night, having one of the better nights of his career. Near side Gabrielson, and now cross court, Laufenberg giving chase, can't track it down to the Cashton bench. Coming into the game, Dylan Heft. Ian Anderson will inbound to Simpson. Hillsboro now with an 11-point lead, the biggest of the night. Anderson back to Hatfield. Near side Kirkpatrick back to Hatfield. Down the corner to Anderson. Anderson cross court to Kirkpatrick. Simpson will track down the loose ball. Reset the offense. Kirkpatrick for 3. Shot on the way, and Kirkpatrick, Dominic knocks it down. He's got 5 on the night. May I say it? Hillsboro's biggest lead of the night, 14, and it forces the Cashton timeout here with 8:48 left to play in the game. Cashton with 2 timeouts remaining. Hillsboro with 3 timeouts remaining. Hillsboro 2 team fouls. Cashton with 1. Only a 30-second timeout. Slow things down a bit as Hillsboro's stretched that 3-point halftime lead out to a 14-point Cashton deficit. Landon Laufenberg to inbound the ball after the timeout. Hillsboro's showing some pressure here. And they get it to Laufenberg down the right side. Laufenberg up and in and is fouled. The basket will count. So Laufenberg with a chance to make 3 points the old-fashioned way. As Landon has 8 points on the night. And the freshman will go to the line to try to add to his total. Hillsboro's third team foul. They quit telling me who the guilty parties are. And Laufenberg can't connect. Will Schultz will come out of the pack with the ball. And down to Dominic Kirkpatrick. To Dakota Hatfield. Hatfield in trouble. He'll get it back out to Kirkpatrick. Ball on the way. A shot doesn't fall. Kirkpatrick with his own rebound. Can't get that one to fall. Now Marshall Stoll fighting. And a jump ball. Possession arrow Cashton. Hillsboro again showing middle of the road pressure. Knocked away by Simpson. The steal. And they're going to feed it down inside. And they're going to say that Schultz couldn't control it out of bounds. It's Cashton's ball. So Hillsboro again with this light press that they have. Hemmersbach with the ball. He brings it across the timeline to get it heft down in the corner. And an offensive charging foul called on Dylan Heft. Be Cashton's second team foul of the half. Turns the ball over to the Tigers. As Simpson brings the ball up and will set the Hillsboro offense. Far side to Kirkpatrick. Dominic bringing it back out. Marshall Stoll. William Scholes with the ball. Back out front to Stoll. Dakota Hatfield. Kirkpatrick back to Scholes. Scholes turns around. Can't get his ball to drop, and it's going to go off of somebody, off a Tiger. Be Cashton ball, and Hillsboro once again sets up this middle of the road press that they have. Can't argue with success. I'm not impressed with it, but it seems to be working right now. There's Hatfield going in, loose ball, and I think they say it's going to be a Cashton ball. Laufenberg to inbound the ball. You get it to Hemmersbach, back to Laufenberg. Heft with the ball, driving the baseline right now. And he's fouled on the ground. That'll be Hillsboro's fourth team foul. Cashton retains possession on the near baseline. Just over 7 minutes to play, 7:06. Ian Anderson checking into the game for the Tigers. He'll check in for William Scholes. I believe Williams got 4 fouls. And out to Rory Milsna. Laufenberg loses it, or either that or just an awful good pass to Milsna. And now Heft. Heft to act to Laufenberg. Martin with the ball. And now Rory Milsna leaves it for Heft. Heft back out to Martin. Martin working this right side. Back to Laufenberg. Laufenberg. Hemmersbach. Back to Martin. Martin, no, down on the baseline. Just staying in bounds. Gets it back out to Milsna. And now Heft. Back to Milsna up the right side. Can't get it to finish, and we're going to have a jump ball. I think, nope, still loose. Now they call a jump ball. Possession arrow Tigers. William Scholes comes back into the game now for Kirkpatrick. As Simpson and Stoll will get the ball inbounded and bring it up the floor. Stoll into Hatfield. Hatfield working that high post. And it's going to go off of Anderson's hands and out of bounds. Be a Cashton ball on the turnover. Not much scoring in the last couple minutes. Kind of like watching paint dry. Gabe Martin now. He gets it to Laufenberg. Laufenberg back out to Martin. Martin to Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach to Laufenberg. Now Milsna. Hemmersbach. Free throw line. Hemmersbach. Jump shot and in. That's as exciting as it gets right there. Graham Hemmersbach, 6 points now on the night. All in the second half. Stoll. Down to Will Scholes. There's Ian Anderson. Anderson's fouled and will make his journey to the free throw line, where he will get 2 foul shots. Third team foul on Cashton. Ian Anderson's first shot on the way, and he'll rattle it home. Anderson now 3 points on the night. He'll line up to try to extend his count. Yeah, Ian can't get that one to fall. Rebound comes down to Gabe Martin. Outlet to Hemmersbach. Graham will push it up to Landon. Laufenberg for 2. And Laufenberg coming alive. He's double digits. He's got 10 now on the night. Malachi Simpson now working the front court for the Tigers. Ian Anderson. Feeds Marshall Stoll with a nice pass. Stoll kicks it out to Simpson. Simpson to Stoll. Stoll back inside to Schultz. Schultz out front. There's Anderson for 3. Anderson will rattle it home. Anderson on a run. He's got 6 points now on the night. Up the floor goes Hemmersbach to Laufenberg. Laufenberg working the front. He'll get it to Martin. Now to Hemmersbach. Over to Milsna. Milsna with the ball back to Martin. Martin leaves it for Milsna. And now Hemmersbach back to Laufenberg. Martin with the ball. Dylan Heft. Now Hemmersbach. He gets it picked between his legs. Hemmersbach pick it up and over to Laufenberg. Down in the corner to Heft for 3. Dylan Heft can't sink it. Rebound on the floor. And going to have a foul, I believe, on Graham Hemmersbach. Personal foul. 4th team foul for Cashton. Hillsboro will take possession of the ball. Dominic Kirkpatrick into the game now for Marshall Stoll. Malachi Simpson gets it into Kirkpatrick. Back to Simpson. Now across court to Scholes. William Scholes across the timeline. Working down, he'll find Ian Anderson. Anderson to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick stuck in the lane. He'll get it to Hatfield. Hatfield back up front to Simpson. Simpson with the ball. Malachi driving down. 6-foot jumper rattles it home off the glass. Malachi now 16 points on the night. Ball into Hemmersbach's going to find down low Heft. And Dylan Heft finally on the board with his first deuce. And Ian Anderson going to lose a handle of the ball and drop it right into the bench. But Cashton will take the ball on the turnover. Landon Laufenberg to inbound the ball. In for Malachi Simpson. Marshall Stoll re-entering into the game. And now into the game is Caden Gabrielson, as he'll come in for Heft. Hemmersbach cross court to Laufenberg and Gabrielson. Gabrielson near side to Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach stuck in traffic to Milsna. Out front, Hemmersbach. Gabrielson. There's Austin with the ball. Austin down to Gabrielson. Back to Austin. Austin back out front. Milsna. Hemmersbach. Laufenberg. Laufenberg's pockets picked by Will Scholes, and Scholes going to force it up the floor to Marshall Stoll. 3 guys on him, and Stoll is fouled. On the floor, it'll be the 5th team foul on Cashton. And Hillsboro will inbound the ball near baseline. Ian Anderson to inbound for the Tigers. Now Malachi Simpson coming into the game. Now Marshall Stoll will inbound the ball. And timeout called by Coach Kurt Hildreth, Hillsboro. Hillsboro looked a little confused on that inbounds play. They had 3 guys out on the free throw line and Lakota Hatfield begging for the ball underneath. Maybe that's the way they drew it up, but I think the timeout signifies that that's not the way it was drawn up. Hillsboro sitting with a 12-point lead. Just under 3 minutes, 2:51 left to play in this game. So it's still anyone's ball game, but Hillsboro with a pretty good handle on it. Hillsboro's going to be left with 2 timeouts. Cashton also with 2 timeouts. Cashton 5 team fouls. Hillsboro with 4. We'd like to invite you to stay tuned. About 20 minutes after the conclusion of this game, we will have Scenic Bluffs Conference. Varsity action as the Hillsboro Tigers welcome the Cashton Eagles to the Tigers' den here in Hillsboro. So this looks more like it, Joe. We got 4 guys in the corner and a guy inbounding. I don't think they're supposed to have 3 guys standing out on the free throw line before. Hillsboro inbound the ball. Stoll's going to get it at half field. Jumper off the glass. Doesn't go. Stoll literally mugs Austin from Cashton, Evan Austin. That'll be 5 team fouls on both teams now. Laufenberg, he's got his workout. Stolen by Simpson up to Scholes. Scholes looking for some help. Working on the left side. Scholes is fouled. He's fouled by Hemmersbach and will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And that's a 16 foul on Cashton. So on the next Cashton foul, Hillsboro will be in the bonus situation. So Hillsboro can finish this thing out if they make their free throws. Scholes' first one on the way and a bit short. He'll line up for a second foul shot. And he'll sink that one. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Will. Will with 10 points on the night. Up the floor comes Laufenberg. He'll dump it far side to Austin, and Austin can't find the handle on it. Gets called for a double dribble violation. Turn it over to the Tigers. And a substitution is Martin is going to come into the game for Austin. Anderson to inbound the ball. He'll get it to Stoll, and Stoll off to the races. Just flying up the court. Now he gets it to Anderson. Now to Scholes. And Coach Kurt Hildreth trying to give instruction. I think he wants them to spread this offense out and win this thing at the free throw line. There's Anderson with the ball out front. Anderson. Simpson. Simpson looking for some help now. Now if I Scholes, he'll pop a 3 off the back of the iron. And they're going to say that Rory Millsno standing on the baseline. And now their Coach Hildreth called off the 3-point shooting. He wants to see a layup or nothing right now. Marshall Stoll dumps it into Simpson. Simpson will dribble it back out. Hillsboro in clock burning mode. Challenging, turns around 6-foot jumper, and he's fouled. Simpson, I believe, is going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. The 7th team foul. So Hillsboro in the bonus, but I believe this was a 2-shot shooting foul. First shot on the way. Simpson rattles it out. He indeed will get the second foul shot. Trying to get that lead back to 14. Simpson will line up for a second shot, takes A and fires off the back of the iron. Rebound comes to Hemmersbach, up the floor to Laufenberg. Laufenberg challenging, right side, and is fouled. Laufenberg is going to go to the line for Cashton to shoot 2 foul shots of his own. 6th team foul on Hillsboro, so the next foul on Hillsboro will also put Cashton in the bonus. Laufenberg's first shot rattles it home. Landon Laufenberg currently with 11 points on the night. He'll line up for his second foul shot. And he'll miss that one. Rebound Ian Anderson. Outlet Stoll up the court to Simpson. Hillsboro in clock killing mode here. Simpson's working in front of the court. Now to Anderson. Anderson. He'll bring it near side. Dumps and I'm back. Hemmersbach with a 3 on the way. Doesn't go. Rebound Will Schultz. We're in the final minute of play. So the game well in the hand here for Hillsboro. They're going to win this thing, but Cashton playing tight pressure all the way to the end here. Cashton will force a turnover. Checking into the game, Dylan Heft. He's going to come in for Evan Austin. Actually, that's Gabrielson. He's coming in for Caden. Will take a seat on the bench. And they got Gabe Martin. Leave it for Mills now Heft on the near side. There's Laufenberg, Martin driving down the right side. He'll bring it back out. Hemmersbach to Milsna, Laufenberg, Heft, back to Hemmersbach. Laufenberg out to Martin for long 3 on the way, and nothing but the bottom of the net for Martin. Martin now 7 points on the night. Ball stolen now by Hemmersbach. He's going to launch a 3 off the back iron. 2.5 seconds left to play. Cashton has cut the lead to 9, all the way back from 14. Just not enough time for him. Mills no launch into Martin. Martin another 3 and is blocked by Hatfield. Time will expire. Hillsboro will escape this one, a 41-32 winner, winning both halves of the contest. The unofficial scoring for the Hillsboro Tigers, they were led by Malachi Simpson, 16 points, followed by William Schultz, 10, Ian Anderson, 6, Dominic Kirkpatrick, 5, Dakota Hatfield with 4, for a total of 41 points. Unofficially for the Cashton Eagles, they were led by Landon Laufenberg's 11, Gabe Martin had 7, Graham Hemmersbach 6, Brady Wells 4, Evan Austin 2, and Dylan Heft dropping a deuce on the Tigers for 32 points. I invite you to stay tuned as the varsity teams warm up. In about 20 minutes or less, we will have Scenic Bus Conference of varsity basketball action as the Hillsboro Tigers welcome the Cashton Eagles to town. Please stay tuned. Welcome to Hillsboro High School, home of the Hillsboro Tigers. As we get ready for Scenic Bus Conference action, Hillsboro Tigers 7-2 overall. They're undefeated in the Scenic Bluffs Conference versus the Cashton Eagles. 1-7 overall, 1-1 in the Scenic Bluffs. Hillsboro enters tonight's game after a thrilling double overtime win Tuesday night over the Baroka Blackhawks. Tonight, Hillsboro welcomes the Cashton Eagles to town as Hillsboro tries to remain in first place with a strong hold on the Scenic Bluffs Conference. Hillsboro's scoring attack is led by Miles Ravenscroft, 15 points per game, followed by Jerry Von Falkenstein, 11 points per game, and Zach Warren with 10 points per game. Cashton currently is sharing the fourth place position in the Scenic Bluffs Conference with the Brookwood Falcons and are coming off a hard defeat versus Lafarge last Monday evening. The game tonight should be a chance for Hillsboro bench to gain some valuable playing time and experience, as I expect a very lopsided victory for the Tigers. Please stay tuned for our national anthem and starting lineups coming up next.
Good evening, welcome to tonight's outdoor basketball matchup between the Cashton Eagles and the Hillsboro Tigers. If you have not done so already, everyone please stand if you're able, remove your caps and place your hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early rise what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched would so gallantly swing, and the rocket's red flare was bursting in air. It grew through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the
So there you have it, our national anthem. We'll have our starting lineups next, starting with the Cashton Eagles.
This sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Now for the starting lineup for the Cashton Eagles. The junior number 2, Trent Cast.
The junior number 2, Trent Cast.
The senior number 3, Ethan Schmidt.
Ethan Schmidt's the senior.
The junior number 10, Drew Butler.
Number 10, the junior, Drew Butler.
The senior number 13, Quinn Midas.
13, the senior, Quinn Midas.
The senior number 32, Grayson Schmidt.
And Grayson Schmitz will round up the Cashton starting lineup.
Now starting for the Hillsboro Tigers.
And for the Tigers,
The junior number 0, Miles Ravenscroft.
Miles Ravenscroft,
The senior number 2,
Quinn Shetter,
The senior number 11,
Zach Marin,
The senior number 15,
Jerry Von Falkenstein,
and the junior number 34, David Johnson.
and David Johnson, the animal, will round up the Hillsboro starting five. So as the teams make their last second adjustments, wiping their shoes off. Don't want any slippery shoes. Officials getting everything set. Trent Cast the leader of this Cashton team. He's going to be jumping it off against David Johnson. And Johnson will win the tip. He'll get it. Quinn Shetter, Hillsboro on offense. Jerry Von Falkenstein, and now out front to Ravenscroft. Von Falkenstein with the ball. Von Falkenstein drive up the left side. A little bit too much power off the backboard. Hillsboro's going to keep the ball. Quinn Shetter to inbound the ball for the Tigers. He'll dump it into Von Falkenstein. Put the three on the way, and Von Falkenstein rims it out. Rebound comes to Drew Butzler. Outlet up the floor quickly is Ethan Schmitz. And now Quinn Midas with the ball. Come near side to Schmitz. Schmitz will center it to Butzler. Midas with a three-point shot on the way, and will rattle it home for the first points of the night. Cashton out front. And now Hillsboro back on offense. Ravenscroft with the ball. Quinn Shetter out on the far wing. Zach Morin. No, David Johnson out front. Miles Ravenscroft. Jerry Von Falkenstein back inside to Zach Morin. Morin playing big. Little hook shot off the back of the iron. Rebound goes to Trent Cast. And up the floor, Midas will bring the Eagles, put them back on offense. Now to Cast. Cast into Butzler, who misses the lay-in. Morin rebound. Miles Ravenscroft speeding up the floor. We'll go far side to Shetter. Shetter driving left side now and is fouled on the floor. A little push, and Hillsboro will get the ball on the near baseline underneath their own basket. Personal foul is going to get charged too. Midas will pick up his team's first team foul and the first foul of the game. They dump it inside to Jerry Von Falkenstein. Back out front to Morin. Morin to Ravenscroft. Miles going to feed Morin inside. Zach playing like a big man tonight. Zach will drop her in for two. And the ball comes near side to Grayson Schmitz. Back out front to Butzler. Butzler to Midas. Midas gives it a look, takes it back out. Back out. Butzler and now to Trent Cast. Cast. Schmitz. Butzler with a little jump shot. Doesn't go. The animal David Johnson with the big rebound. And up the floor come the Tigers with Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft near side to Shetter. Von Falkenstein with the ball, near side wing. He'll feed it inside to Shetter. And Shetter is fouled. Foul's going to get charged to Midas. That'll be his second team foul. And just a couple minutes in, Midas finds himself maybe in some foul trouble. Shetter to inbound for Hillsboro. Gets it into David Johnson. Johnson will put it up, and he's fouled. David Johnson, the animal, to the free throw line. Coming into the year, David will be embarrassed when I say this. 29% free throw shooter. Just a bit under the 59% average, which is not respectable. Look at there. David's 100% on the night. He on the board with the big free throw. Johnson's second free throw on the way up and off the back of the iron. Rebound, Drew Butzler to Midas, up the floor. Cashton, now Cast. 3-point shot, and Cast will knock it down. The big three from Cast. And Jerry Von Falkenstein uses his size inside. He'll drop the deuce on the Eagles. Bring Hillsboro within one. And Ravenscroft's going to lose the ball after he stole it from Butzler. Out of bounds. Cashton will retain the ball. Inbounding is Ethan Schmitz for the Eagles. Schmitz will get it into Butzler. Butzler into Cast up on the glass and for two. Ravenscroft will set the Hillsboro offense. And his pass is stolen by Butzler. And Hillsboro not looking like a Hillsboro team as David Johnson yanks down another rebound. Gets it up the floor to Morin, Shetter. Ravenscroft for three and off the back of the iron. Fight for the rebound. Butzler will come down with it. Outlet to Midas. And Quinn Midas up the floor with the ball. And now Butzler. Tried to get it to Cast. Jerry Von Falkenstein stole it. He'll come up, can't finish on lay-in. Cast in defense. Then up forward to Butzler. Butzler to Schmitz. And they're going to say Schmitz stepped on the baseline or end line. Baseline, you may call it. Von Falkenstein will inbound it into Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft will leave it for Shetter. We'll feed it inside to David Johnson. Turnaround jump shot, a little bit long. And they're going to call a foul, I think, on... I'm not for sure who they're calling the foul on. We'll wait for the official call here. That'll be the fourth team foul on Cash. The personal foul is on Drew Butzler, his first personal. So Cash already 4 team fouls early going here. Shetter with the inbound pass. Gets it into David Johnson. Johnson to Ravenscroft. Maybe we could get a Miles in there if Ravenscroft wasn't such a long name. A Miles down to Johnson. Johnson. Zach Moore for three, top of the key, and he'll knock it down from the top of the key. And all of a sudden, we finally have a tie game. First time since it was 0-0. And Midas for Cashton. Trying to get it into Grayson Schmitz. It's stolen by Ravenscroft. He'll feed it to the animals, David Johnson, who does everything but hang on the rim off the Ravenscroft assist. And Hillsboro with their first lead of the night. Butzler. And they find Grayson Schmitz down low, and he throws it up, can't finish. Zach Moore fighting for the rebound. Coming down with it's Grayson Schmitz. Now he's looking for help. And Hillsboro trying to bottle it up. No foul. They call block shot. Von Falkenstein picks up the garbage to Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft challenging, puts it up, doesn't go. We're going to have a foul called. Miles Ravenscroft's making his way to the free throw line, where he will shoot 2 foul shots. Coming into the game tonight, Miles Ravenscroft, a 65% free throw shooter, a bit above the Hillsboro's 59% average. And Ravenscroft will get his first point of the night from the charity stripe as he will line up for foul shot number 2. Reed Urban checking in for Quinn Shetter. And Miles will sink both the free throws. And charging up the floor is to Brady Wells. Now Wells at the ball. He gets it knocked away by Von Falkenstein. David Johnson will pick it up. Looking for some help now, and he'll get it to Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft up the right side. Turned around, 6-foot jumper. Can't go. Fight for the rebound. Out of bounds. They're saying it was out of bounds off of Trent Cass. Hillsboro will retain possession of the ball. And we're going to have a timeout. It appears a full timeout being taken by the Cashton coaching staff. They'll be left with 4 timeouts. Hillsboro, their full complement of 5. Cashton, 5 team fouls. Hillsboro, 0. And Hillsboro with a 4-point lead. Early going here yet in the first half. 12:32 left to play in the first half. Got anything you want to add, Jill? Hillsboro slow getting it going. It may be starting to roll now.
No.
Jill's got nothing to add.
Shout out to your mother.
Reed Urban to inbound the ball for the Tigers. Cashton showing full court pressure. I guess why not? They're only playing half court, so why don't play full court? Miles Ravenscroft with a long shot. He can't get it to fall. And now we're going to have a jump ball. I thought maybe traveling, but Hillsboro will, or rather Cashton will get the ball on the possession arrow. Butler will inbound to Midas. Midas will set the Eagle offense. To Butler. To Wells. Go back out front to Cast. To Butler. Butler in the front court with the ball. Go to Midas. Back to Cast. Cast is the man who's done the bulk of the damage so far for Cashton. Brady Wells. Back out front to Butler. Now Midas. Midas with the ball. Just skip it across to Butler. Now down to Brady Wells. Wells, long three-point shot on the way off the backboard, and Jerry Von Falkenstein will bring it down. Now to Ravenscroft. He'll skip it into Zach Moore. And Ravenscroft, a three-point shot. The animal, David Johnson, with the rebound. He skips it out to Reed Urban. Now Jerry Von Falkenstein. Reed Urban, top of the key. He gets his pocket picked by Midas, and Midas going coast to coast, up and can finish. So Midas on the board. Now David Johnson working low. He can't get it to fall. Zach Morin with kind of an impressive rebound, and they're going to give Zach Morin 2 shots. Zach makes his way to the free throw line. Let's look up Zach's stat line. I think he's one of Hillsboro's better free throw shooters. Zach coming into the game, 67% free throw shooter. And he'll sink the first one. Zach will line up for free throw number 2. Personal foul on Trent Cass, his first personal team 16 foul, which already with just under 11 minutes to play, Hillsboro is in the bonus. Morin will miss a second free throw, rebounded by Ethan Schmitz. Schmitz quickly up the floor. Now to Cast. Braun Jerschley in the game for the Tigers. You get the ball to Graham Hemmersbach, and now to Butler. Butler is going to lose the ball and get called for traveling. Butler stepped on someone's foot and almost turned an ankle, so getting a traveling call is maybe the better end of it for him. Miles Ravenscroft brings the ball up the floor. Braun Jerschley now, far wing for the Tigers. Jerschley centers it, drives down the middle of the lane, and is fouled. They say on the floor he's fouled. So Hillsboro will get the ball. Actually, it'll be a bonus shooting situation. Jerschley to the bonus to shoot bonus free throws. Personal foul number 10, Drew Butler. That's his second personal, team 7th. Jerschley to the line. Let's look up Jerschley. How can we embarrass him? Braun is a 25% free throw shooter. And he misses that one. He's less than 25 now. Drew Butler with the rebound and up the floor to Graham Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach to Hemmersbach to Schmitz. Back to Butler. Oh, Hemmersbach, rather, that's Grayson Schmitz. Cass going to drive down the right side now and is fouled on the floor, I believe. Hillsboro's first foul of the game. That'll be their first team foul. Personal foul is going to be charged to Braun Jerschley. Cass with the ball down low. He'll kick it back out. Grayson Schmitz. And now over to Butler. Butler to Cast. Near side to Ethan Schmitz. Schmitz driving down, twisting, turning in the lane. Up, can't get it. Rebound Zach Morin. Outlet to Ravenscroft. Here come the Tigers. Zach Morin way out front of the ball. Now he dumps it off to Miles Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft. Twisting, turning, little jump shot can't go. David Johnson, the animal, can't get it to go. Zach Morin stripped by Drew Butzler. And Hemmersbach with the ball. Butzler, there's Ethan Schmitz, long three on the way, and Schmitz will knock it down. We're all tied up. Cashton's either playing the best game of their life or the Tigers aren't playing very good. Miles Ravenscroft. Now they'll kick it across court to Reed Urban. Urban to Jerschley. And there's Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft. Urban. There's Jerschley. 3-point shot on the way long. Rebound Grayson Schmitz. And Schmitz is going to get called on an offensive foul. That'll be the 8th team foul. We don't shoot offensive fouls, but Grayson Schmitz threw an elbow into Reed Urban and get called for an offensive push. So Hillsboro will get the ball. Their own baseline. Reed Urban to inbound. That's Schmitz Grayson's second personal 8th team foul for Cashton. They inbound it to Jerschley. Jerschley into David Johnson. Johnson back out to Jerschley. Jerschley driving now baseline. Back out to Johnson. Johnson cross court. Ravenscroft now Reed Urban. Urban driving left baseline. Up and he's blocked. Ball picked up by Quinn Midas. Midas up the floor. Driving. Can't finish it is Ethan Schmitz. Now we have a foul. Be the second Hillsboro foul. Ethan Schmitz on the free throw line to shoot free throws. Braun Jerschley into the game for 2 minutes. He's got 2 fouls, and they're both Hillsboro team fouls. And Ethan Schmitz, he'll make his first free throw. Schmitz lines up. He'll make both free throws. And Cashton back in front of the home team. Miles Ravenscroft will bring the ball up for Hillsboro. And now to Reed Urban. Urban to Jerschley to David Johnson. Now Jerry Von Falkenstein down low. Going to kick it out front. Urban. Miles Ravenscroft. This is Johnson. Johnson to Von Falkenstein. Ravenscroft for 3. Midas comes on with the rebound. Cashton off to the races. Midas kicks it back out. Trent Cast, wide open, look at 3, doesn't get it. Rebound David Johnson. Outlet to Miles Ravenscroft. He's going to dump it down low. Jerry Von Falkenstein, turnaround jumper, doesn't go. Rebound David Johnson. Johnson had his headwear tore off. And now he really looks like an animal. And we're going to have a foul called on Grayson Schmitz, I believe. Miles Ravenscroft making his way to the free throw line. That's Grayson Schmidt's 3rd personal foul in the first half here. 9th team foul. So the next foul, Hillsboro will be in a double bonus. Miles makes his free throw and will line up for his second foul shot. Miles so far 3 points, all from the charity stripe, which explains some of the score on the scoreboard right now. And he'll make his 4th free throw tonight. Free throws win ball games, so as long as we keep making free throws, we'll be all right. Brady Wells with the ball. He'll kick it out front to Midas. Midas to Ethan Schmitz. To Drew Butzler. Inside to Cass. Cass can't finish left side. Rebound Braun Jerschley. Jerschley doing it himself. Now he's kicking out Reed Urban. Long 3 on the way. Off the front of the Urban. David Johnson putting away the garbage. Playing like a big man. Quinn Midas with the ball. He'll come near side Brady Wells. Now Midas. Midas with the ball. He'll dump it into Drew Butzler. Butzler back out front to Wells. Wells far side to Ethan Schmitz. Schmitz inside to Butzler. And Butzler's fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. So Butzler to the line for Cashton to shoot 2 free throws. Foul is on Jerry Von Falkenstein. That's his first personal. 3rd team foul. And Butzler will miss the first free throw, line up for a second one. Into the game, Zach Morin is in for David Johnson. Quinn Shetter in for Miles Ravenscroft. Hillsboro regains the lead. They're back up 2. And Butzler trying to cut into that one, and he does with his second free throw. Butzler on the board. And we have a 30-second timeout charged to the Cashton Eagles called by the coach's bench. Cashton now with 3 timeouts left. Hillsboro with 5. I'll have to be honest, folks. I expected a blowout tonight. And Cashton giving Hillsboro all they want in this one. Urban to Shetter, and Shetter will bring the ball up for the Tigers. Leave it for Urban. Urban down inside to Jerschley. Jerschley working, turn around, jump shot, and in. Braun Jerschley on the board for the Tigers. And up the floor comes Quinn Midas and the Eagles. Brady Wells with the ball. He'll dump it down to Cast. Midas. There's Midas. He'll dump it to Wells. Near side to Butzler. Butzler to Midas. Midas long 3 on the way. Off the back of the iron. Straight up in the air and in. So Quinn Midas getting the roll. Now Hillsboro with Quinn Shetter on the near side, or rather Reed Urban. Now to Braun Jerschley. Back over to Quinn Shetter. You get it into Jerry Von Falkenstein. Can't finish. Zach Morin with the rebound and is fouled. Zach will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws for the Tigers. That's also the 10th team foul on Cashton. And the first personal foul on Brady Wells. So every foul from here on out, Hillsboro will be shooting 2 foul shots regardless. Zach Morin with the first one, and he can't make that one. He'll line up for his second foul shot. And Zach will finish the second shot. And up the floor comes Cash and Midas. Midas to Cast. Cast with the ball. Gets it to Midas. Midas gives it a look, steps back, fires it over to Wells. Wells back to Cast. Here comes Wells. Drives up the right side. Can't get it. Von Falkenstein's rebound. Outlet to Reed Urban. Urban up to Shetter. Shetter challenging right side. Up and can't finish. Zach Morin with the big man move underneath, and Morin will drop it in, get the bucket to count, and go to shoot a free throw. Try to get 3 points the old-fashioned way. Checking into the game is Isaac Tyne for Reed Urban. Joseph Cairns will come in for Braun Jerschley. And Graham Hemmersbach will come in for Schmitz. Maybe Brady Wells. Came in for Brady Wells, I guess. Zach can't finish the 3-point play. Hemmersbach with the rebound. He's going to outlet to Ethan Schmitz. Up to Hemmersbach. Wide open look on the left side. And Hemmersbach misses the easiest shot he'll ever have at the varsity level. Rebound, Joey Cairns. He gets it to Shetter. Shetter goes coast to coast. And he gets his to bounce around and in. So Quinn Shetter with the deuce. Hillsboro taking advantage of miscues by Cashton right now. Cast with the ball. He'll get it to Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach out front. He'll get it to Midas. Midas will reset out in the front court, reset the Cashton offense. Midas, near side to Ethan Schmitz. Schmitz back out front to Butzler. Butzler to Cast. Cast finds Midas underneath, and they wave it off. The foul's on the ground, they say. Cashton will get it on the baseline. Only Hillsboro's fourth team foul. Ethan Schmitz to inbound the ball. Fouls charged to Jerry Von Falkenstein, his second personal team's fourth. And Schmitz to inbound. Ethan Schmitz. He'll bounce it over. And now Midas with the ball, driving left side, puts the ball on his hip, doesn't get called. Jerry Von Falkenstein blocks it, but Hemmersbach comes up. He can't hit the jumper. Midas with the rebound. Cashton getting a lot of second and third chances. Hillsboro's got to get rebounding. Hillsboro's not getting rebounding, and why David Johnson's on the bench. Cast at the free throw line, kicks it out to Butzler. Knocked away. Zach Morin with a good hustle play. But he steps on the line. Miles Ravenscroft back into the game now for the Tigers. And we're back. A little technical difficulty as Butzler drives up, gets it to Cast. Cast misses, rebound, Hemmersbach. And Hemmersbach's going to step on the line and force the turnover back to Hillsboro. Quinn Shetter to inbound to Miles Ravenscroft. And the Tigers will set their offense. Hillsboro with their biggest lead of the game here at 5. Tyne. And we got a long shot made by Miles Ravenscroft. I thought they were going to give him a free throw at the end of that, but Ravenscroft maybe starting to light up now as he hits his first three. Ethan Schmitz, and the ball's knocked out of bounds by Shetter, and we have a down player on the floor. Foul, or the down that happened away from the play. And watching instant replay, almost looks like he rolled up on someone's foot and maybe an ankle injury. So official timeout for injury. The athletic trainer tending to the injured player on the floor. If I had my good old girl, Jill Steckel, running a camera, I would pan away. As now they're going to help him to his feet. We'll see what happens. They were looking at the right knee of Trent Cast. He's coming off with a hard lip. We wish him the best. He's Cashton's go-to guy. I'm sure he's done for tonight. I hope tonight's the only time he's out for it, because it's definitely one of the Scenic Bluffs Conference's better players in the whole conference. So back to the game, Ethan Schmitz to inbound for Cashton. And Drew Butzler can't get it to go. He's underneath the basket, working hard. He hit the bottom of the basket twice. And we're going to have a foul on the ground now. It's going to be a Hillsboro foul. That'll be team foul number 5 for the Tigers. Going to get called on number 11, Zach Morin. That's his first personal. Ethan Schmitz will get it into Quinn Midas. Midas, little fancy dribble work up the left side, can't get it go. Rebound, Quinn Shetter. Outlet to Ravenscroft, off to the races we go. They find on the far side, they find Isaac Kynes. 3-point shot, Rainbows up, can't go. Zach Morin playing like the big man I'm expecting. Zach with a second chance points. Leading the Tigers tonight. Ethan Schmitz to Quinn Midas. Midas to Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach out front, now they come near side to Wells. And we're going to have another foul. Hillsboro getting, I'm not going to say chippy, but they're getting more physical than they did earlier in the half. It'll be the 16th foul, so that'll put Cashton into the bonus on the next foul. That foul is on number 2, Quinn Shetter, his first personal. And Jill's giggling as Quinn gets a little lecture from the referee. So,
It was a lecture to both of them.
So get a little chippy on the floor with 2 minutes remaining. Quinn Midas, he gets it out to Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach to Midas. Midas, whoa! And Joey Cairns puts the linebacker push on Hemmersbach, and Cashton gets the ball back. Up the floor we come. Ethan Schmitz, coast to coast, and they're going to call the foul on Ethan Schmitz as Quinn Shetter steps in front of him and takes the blow. The Shetter or Tyne that took the shot. They look the same out there. Look at them. One of them's got to get a different haircut. There's Zach Morin underneath. Pretty feed and given to go, and Zach Morin drops it in. Now to make it more exciting, we just got to get Zach to work on jumping and hang on that rim a little bit. Quinn Midas, he come near side to Ethan Schmitz. They're probably saying, never make that Steckel happy. He's always complaining. And we're going to have a foul. I think this one's going to go on Miles Ravenscroft, going to send Quinn Midas to the free throw line to shoot bonus free throws. David Johnson, the animal, is going to return. He's going to come in for Joseph Cairns. Reed Urban's coming in for Quinn Shetter. Personal foul was on Quinn Shetter. That's his second personal. Team 7th. And they're going to put Drew Butzler on the line to shoot free throws. And Butzler misses his bonus shot. Animal David Johnson, no other, would get the rebound. Outlet to Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft up the floor. Now to Tyne. Tyne feeds it to Morin underneath. And what a pretty assist by Tyne. And Morin on fire right now. Being where he's supposed to be. Ball knocked away, stolen by, loose ball picked up by Wells. Out to Midas. Hillsboro playing with a little bit more will than they were the first few minutes of the game. Hemmersbach, Wells, and now Midas. Midas over to Schmitz. Schmitz quickly into Butzler, and we're going to have a push called on Reed Urban. That'll be the 8th team foul on the Tigers. And Drew Butzler to give his try at the free throw line again. Be Reed Urban's first personal foul of the game. So Butzler to the line to shoot one and make one, and he makes one and earns one. And Butzler will line up for his second free throw. He's made 2. He's got all his points from the charity stripe tonight. Ravenscroft with the ball. Ravenscroft putting on a dribbling clinic. And now he's going to pop up, throw up a 3, miss. Rebounding Zach Moore, and he can't get it put away, but he's fouled, and Zach's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. And maybe the best half of basketball Zach Morin's put together this year has been right here tonight. Zach will sink that one. He'll get a second foul shot here. And that one rims out. But the animal, David Johnson, instead of going up with it, gave it to Reed Urban, and Urban, I don't think, was expecting that. That's going to end the half. We're going to go to halftime. Hillsboro 34, Cashton 21. Unofficial scoring for the Tigers, they're being led by Zach Morin, 16 points. They're followed by Miles Ravenscroft, 7, David Johnson with 5, and Quinn Cheddar, Jerry Von Falkenstein, and Braun Jerschley all dropping a deuce apiece for a total of 34 points. For the Cashton Eagles, they're being led by Quinn Midas with 8 points. 5 points for Ethan Schmitz, 5 points for Trent Cast, and 3 points for Drew Butzler for a total of 21. So both teams retreat to the locker rooms. They'll make their halftime adjustments, and we will be back in about 9.5 minutes for second half action. Please stay tuned. Both teams have emerged from the locker room, and they've reported to the benches for last-minute instruction. We'll get ready to start the second half. It appears Hillsboro will have the ball to start the second half if the possession arrow is right. We can only assume it will, as the officials have checked everything over. The starting lineup on the floor for the Tigers: Ravenscroft, von Falkenstein, Morin, Quinshetter, and the animal David Johnson. Midas, Ethan Schmitz, Grayson Schmitz, Butzler, and Cast making a return to the lineup for Cashton. So great news for Cashton. A little scared when he went down. I know even I was scared. One of the better players in the conference. Glad to see him back on the floor. Miles Ravenscroft, the Shetter, von Falkenstein, Moore, inside the animal David Johnson for the finish. Johnson now 7 points. And Quinn Midas brings it up. Butzler cross court to Schmitz. Near side to Cast. Cast to Grayson Schmitz. Now Midas. Midas on the far wing with the ball. Butzler inside to Grayson Schmitz, working against Zach Morin. They're going to call a foul on Zach Morin. Had to have been with the body because I saw all ball on that. And Grayson Schmitz to the line to try to make 3 points the old-fashioned way. That's Grayson's first basket, first deuce. He'll try to extend it to a 3. Second personal foul on Zach Morin. First team foul for the Tigers. And Grayson cannot connect. David Johnson with yet another rebound. Quinn Shetter up the floor with the ball. Miles Ravenscroft. The Zach Morin puts a long 3. Miles Ravenscroft, and they're going to call traveling on Miles. And yes, he was off balance. Yes, he maybe had a little bit of a push. But I've seen worse traveling calls missed. Drew Butzler with the ball now for Cashton. Ethan Schmitz with the ball. He'll dump it off for Midas. Midas to Butzler. Down to Ethan Schmitz. Grayson Schmitz. And now to Midas, who almost lost the handle on it. He'll reset Cashton's offense over to Butzler near side. Other side to Ethan Schmitz. Schmitz can nothing. Back to Midas. 3-point shot on the way. That was on the rim. David Johnson with another rebound. Outlet to Ravenscroft up the floor from the Tigers. Jerry von Falkenstein into Zach Morin. Morin working his way in, turning around, 8-foot jumper, and in. And Zach again will have a chance for another 3-point play. Zach with 18 points on the night. Chance to get 19. Personal foul on Grayson Schmitz. That's his first team foul as he will exit the game. I think Hemmerschbach came in for Schmitz. Zach will rim out that free throw. David Johnson with the big offensive rebound. Hillsboro back on the offensive. Finds Zach Morin underneath, and he's blocked from behind. You don't see that happen very much on Zach. He's a big body and tall person. Cast with the ball for Cashton. We get it to Hemmerschbach. Now Cast was fake up into the lane, and Trent Cast will go to the line to shoot free throws. 2 of them he will shoot. Personal foul is going to get charged to Jerry von Falkenstein. That's his third personal second team foul. Cast first free throw on the way and easily makes it. Trent has 6 points so far on the night. He'll line up for a second one. Checking into the game now, Reed Urban coming in for Jerry, as Jerry's going to exit with 3 fouls. Collect himself, get a drink of water, and get back in there. And Cast will rattle the second one home. He's got 7 points on the night. Miles Ravenscroft brings the ball up the floor for the Tigers. Quinn Shetter on the far side. Now Morin and back to David Johnson. Johnson on the near wing. Johnson to Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft over to Reed Urban. Urban, Ravenscroft, Shetter. Shetter on the near wing with the ball. Out front to Zach Morin, and now David Johnson on the far wing. Johnson kind of forcing it to Shetter, but Shetter driving right baseline, find Morin underneath, and Morin will drop it in. Zach Morin now 20 points on the night. And Quinn Midas. Midas now working the ball out in the front court. Gets the ball to Hemmersbach, cross court to Ethan Schmitz. No, to Midas. Midas near wing. Stolen by Zach Morin. Zach's going to dump it off to Ravenscroft. Up the floor goes Ravenscroft. To Zach Morin. Morin Shetter. Back to Ravenscroft. Near side to Johnson. Back out front, Zach Morin, and now to Urban. Urban brings it Ravenscroft. Near side to Shetter. Shetter, 3-point shot on the way, off the rim. David Johnson can't get the second chance to go. Johnson with another rebound. Now you kick it out to Urban. Urban drives the lane up and can't go, but Reed Urban's going to go to the line to shoot free throws. You don't see Reed shooting free throws much, but I saw him in the gym at 6 o'clock this morning practicing. The only one here. These are Reed. Reed's 0 for 2. I think he's going to get a percentage right after this one, and he drops it in. So, youngsters, there you go. Practice makes perfect, and I saw Reed in here 6 o'clock this morning shooting free throws, and he sinks his first one. He'll miss on the second one a little short. Graham Hemmersbach with rebound, outlet to Schmitz. Schmitz up the floor quickly. He'll dump it for Hemmersbach. Near side to Butzler. Butzler out front with the ball. He'll find Midas. Tracking down the ball is Ravenscroft. He steals it. Now he gets it back from Morin. And skip it into Johnson. Back to Ravenscroft for 3. And boom goes the dynamite. With Miles Ravenscroft, 10 points on the night now. Drew Butzler with the ball. He'll get it to Cast. Cast dumps it in, and it's going to go off of, I thought it went off Hemmersbach, but everybody nonchalantly, whatever, and we're going to have a timeout called now. I think it did go off Hemmersbach. Now the officials are discussing it. I think one official has Hillsboro, one official has Cashton. We'll find out when we come back who actually has the ball. Cashton spends yet another timeout. They have 2 timeouts left. Hillsboro with 5 timeouts left. A full timeout left. So I can tell a story. I suppose people are wondering why I call David Johnson an animal. I spent some time up to the elementary school today, and one of the youngsters up there asked me, "Who's your favorite basketball player?" And I said, "The animal." And they said, "What do you mean the animal?" And I said, "David Johnson." "Well, why do you call him an animal? Because he's a tiger?" I said, "No, because he's a beast." And if you watch Johnson play, I'll bet you, well, Zach Morin's got a lot of rebounds tonight, but David Johnson, if I was going to bet on somebody getting a rebound, it's David Johnson. And Jill's just making googly eyes at me. I don't know if that's because she doesn't believe my story or if or she likes me. So on the floor, we've got Zach Morin, Quinn Shetter, Reed Urban, Miles Ravenscroft, and David Johnson. And Cashton does get the ball after the officials' discussion. Ethan Schmitz to inbound the ball. And he'll inbound it into Hemmersbach. Back to Schmitz, out front to Midas. Midas closes the handle, gets it to Butzler, and now to Cast and to Schmitz. Gets to Butzler. Butzler near side with the ball, out front to Hemmersbach. Now to Cast. Pass to Butzler. Going to feed Hemmersbach. 12-foot jumper. Doesn't go. We got a foul call as Zach takes out Charlie Switzenberg, our resident referee. I think they're going to call the foul on Reed Urban. And indeed they do. Reed's second personal, team's third team foul. And Hemmersbach to the line, and he'll take the first free throw. Graham will line up for a second free throw as Brady Wells will check in for Quinn Midas. Braun Jerschley for the Tigers coming in for Quinn Shetter. So a Quinn for each team and both Quinns to the bench. Then Hemmersbach with his second free throw, and he'll rattle that one home. Hemmersbach 2 points now on the night off the two free throws. Miles Ravenscroft will work the ball up the floor for the Tigers. Setting the offense from the backcourt, he'll go to Reed Urban. Urban inside to Dave Johnson. Johnson lost a handle on it. And they'll turn it over to the Eagles. So Schmitz loses the handle right to Butzler, and now Hemmersbach with the ball. He'll come near side to Cast. Cast. Streaking Ethan Schmitz up the middle, and what an assist and what a basket. Ethan Schmitz for 7 points. And now we got a foul on the ground. Hillsboro will have the ball on the baseline. It'll be only Cashton's third team foul. We're going to charge the personal foul to number 3. That'd be Ethan Schmitz. He's got 3 fouls of his own. Zach Morin with a 3-point shot doesn't go. David Johnson fighting for the rebound. Ball on the floor. Braun Jerschley picks it up. Gives it to Miles Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft's going to reset the Hillsboro offense. Now to Urban. Urban down to Johnson. Johnson in traffic. 16-footer by Ravenscroft doesn't go. Loose ball on the ground. Went off the back of Brady Wells. It'll be Hillsboro ball. They'll have possession with Reed Urban will now inbound the ball for the Tigers. Entering the game is Grayson Schmitz. He's going to come in for Hemmersbach. And Reed Urban to inbound the ball. Into David Johnson. Out front to Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft. Cross court to Urban. Urban. Ravenscroft. Jerschley. Jerschley to Urban. Now Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft inside David Johnson. Like a beast. Johnson puts it away. 9 points on the night for Johnson. Ethan Schmitz with the ball. Now to Cast. Cast to Drew Butzler. Butzler fighting. Blocked from behind by Ravenscroft. Ball picked up. Feeds Zach Morin. And Morin is blocked. Hillsboro retain possession. And we must have some blood because the official called timeout.
Actually, I think he went into the stage. Might have dislocated his shoulder.
He is holding his shoulder a little low. We aren't going to speculate, but he hit the stage hard running into the stage. And so they were working on the young man, the trainer is. Zach Morin with the ball now. To Reed Urban. Braun Jerschley, 3-point shot on the way. And boom goes that dynamite for Braun Jerschley. He's got 5 points now on the night. Trent Cast, he'll get Grayson Schmitz out front to Wells, and now Hemmersbach back to Cast. Drew Butzler from the free throw line. Jump shot rattles around. David Johnson rebound. Outlet to Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft quickly up the floor. Ravenscroft driving down the right side, and he's fouled on the floor. That'll be the 4th team foul. As Hillsboro slowly stretches lead out to 20 points. 4th team foul on Cashton. Trent Cast picks up his second personal. Inbound pass. Braun Jerschley for 3, and he rattles one around. David Johnson with the rebound, gets it to Jerschley, back out Reed Urban, short jump shot and in for Reed Urban. Urban with 3 points now on the night. Hillsboro starting to get all cylinders clicking right now. And slow getting going in that first half. It's starting to pull away. Cast. He's going to get it to Wells. Wells in traffic. Drew Butler for three. Rattles around. Doesn't fall. Rebound goes to Miles Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft up the floor to Urban. Urban feeds Johnson. 8-foot jumper off the back of the iron. Rebound Drew Butler. Butler up the floor now for the Eagles. And Cast makes a drive up the middle. Can't get it go. Once again, rebound by David Johnson. Jersley and now up the floor to Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft going to skip it into Zach Moore and back out front David Johnson near the free throw line. Johnson working in center of the lane, up and in for Johnson. A nice big man move. David Johnson with 11 points now on the night. Butler up the floor for Cashton. He's going to get it to Grayson Schmitz. Schmitz turns around. He just kind of split the defenders, and Schmitz now 4 points for himself. And Reed Urban going to get it in Zach Morin. Zach gets punched in the nose, and we're going to call a foul. So I can't believe Zach's that good an actor. He got punched in the nose, and the official. So somebody out of the stands went in and showed Zach Morin where his contact was on in the floor, and he took the contact off the floor and put it in his eye. Now they pulled him out of the game so he can go and rinse his contact off and put it in. Right there's dedication, Zach Morin. Braun Jersley, in the meantime, misses a 3-point shot. Rebound comes down to Hemmersbach. No, it's Drew Butler. Butler drives coast to coast. Jersley with the rebound, and Jersley now off to the races. Feeds it up to Joseph Cairns, and Cairns will lose the ball right back to Grayson Schmitz. Trent Cast now with the ball for Cashton and Hemmersbach. Very physical game tonight. As Cast gets it to Hemmersbach. Now to Butler. Schmitz, Grayson. And Drew Butler's fouled on a shot. Drew's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Hillsboro will pick up their 4th team foul. They've got a pair waiting to get into the game. I see Tyne and Quinn Shetter waiting to get in after this free throw. Butler will make his free throw. Personal foul on Braun Jersley. He'll exit the game. That's his 3rd personal. As Quinn Shetter and Isaac Tyne come into the game. Miles Ravenscroft also takes a break. Butler will miss both free throws. Tyne with the rebound, pushes it up. They find Jerry Von Falkenstein underneath, and a beautiful reverse layup by Jerry Von Falkenstein. He's got 4 now on the night for the Tigers. Butler near side to Cast, and now Midas to the far side back to Butler. And another Cashton timeout. That's going to leave Cashton with 1 timeout left. It's a full timeout. Cashton 5, team fouls. Hillsboro 4. Hillsboro continues to pull away. Cashton making adjustments. The halftime score was 34-21, but most of that first half, Cashton led if you joined us late. And it appeared to be all Hillsboro wanted. Here in the second half, Hillsboro's started to pull away as they've outscored Cashton 21-9 to open this thing back up. My math's not very good, Joe. 21-11. How's that sound? So on the floor for Hillsboro, Joseph Cairns makes a return. Reed Urban, Tyne Shetter.
Cairns.
I got Cairns. Who'd I miss? Oh, Jerry Von Falkenstein. How could I see the tallest guy in the court hiding over there? Midas with the ball on the far side for Cashton. He gets it out to Cast. Cast to Grayson Smits. Grayson Smits to Midas. Midas back to Hemmersbach. To Butzler. Butzler pulls out, going to reset the offense. He'll come near side to Midas. Midas gets it knocked away, and now over to Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach to Cast. Cast to Butzler. Butzler to Hemmersbach. To Cast. And now to Butzler driving up the left side and is fouled. I believe Butzler is going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That'll be the 5th team foul on the Tigers. Personal foul is going to be charged to Joseph Cairns, his first personal. And Butzler just having a hard time breaking the ice around that rim. And Joe Cairns with the rebound. He's going to leave it for Jerry Von Falkenstein off to Shetter. Shetter will bring the ball up, set the Hillsboro offense. Gets the ball to Tyne. Now to Von Falkenstein to Shetter. Shetter near side. Kicks it back out to Urban. Urban going to center the ball. Come near side. Shetter 3-point shot on the way and off the back of the rim. Cairns giving fight. Loses a battle. And Hillsboro, Cashton will get the ball. Cast to inbound to Butzler. Midas to Cast. Cast to Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach near side to Butzler. And no Midas. And through Hemmersbach's hands, Urban giving good defense there. Now to Cast. Cast with the ball back to Midas. Quinn Midas with the ball. To find Butzler. Butzler near side to Grayson Smits. Smits driving down. Smits hasn't moved. It just somehow he gets on the other side of the defender. Tying to Cairns, and they're always catching Cairns close to that end line, and the momentum's carrying him out of bounds, and no one to throw it to but Quinn Midas. So Midas gladly takes it. Cast with the ball. Cast back out. Hemmersbach now Butzler. Butzler with the ball far side. Now back to Cast. Drew Butzler now centers the ball top of the key back to Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach free throw line out to Midas rather. Midas near side to Butzler. To Cast. Ball on the floor. Jerry Von Falkenstein will pick it up, and they're going to have a foul call, I believe, on the Eagles. It'll be the 16th foul on the Eagles. That's going to put Hillsboro in the bonus on the next go round. Coming into the game, Zach Warren, Jerschley, and Johnson. And I think Hillsboro is going to use a timeout here to get their staff together. That's Hillsboro's first timeout of the game. Hillsboro's left with 4, Cashton with 1. Cashton with 16 fouls. Last personal foul was on number 23, Graham Hemmersbach, his second personal foul of the game. Hillsboro with 5 team fouls. And Hillsboro with some substitutions. They called a timeout to get everybody on the same page, if you will. So Hillsboro with the ball near the Cashton bench. And the inbound pass goes to Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft will set the Hillsboro offense. Over to Jersley. Jersley inside to Johnson. Johnson working hardest. Johnson's shot's blocked by Cass. Outlet to Midas. And Cashton back on offense. Number 40 now in the game. That's Landon Laufenberg. And Hemmersbach. He's got the last few points. He's got 4 now on the night. And Ravenscroft now with the ball once again for Hillsboro, trying to get something set. There's Jerry von Falkenstein. Hillsboro trying to be patient. Zach Morin for 3 off the front of the iron, up across the backboard, across the basket hanger. He hit everything except the bottom of the net on that one. Grayson Smits with the ball. He gets it Laufenberg and now Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach over to Grayson Smits. Trent Cast he takes a drive up the left side, and he can't get anything to fall as of late. Jerry von Falkenstein, rebound, outlet to Ravenscroft. Now over to Zach Morin. Zach's going to drive around down the right side, kicks out Jersley for 3. Jersley a little bit long. David Johnson rebounds. He'll bring the ball back out front, reset. Now to Ravenscroft. Bounce it into Jersley. Jersley turns around, 12-foot jumper and in. LeBron Jersley. Jersley now 7 points on the night. Quinn Midas. Grayson Smits, now Laufenberg. Laufenberg back to Hemmersbach to Quinn Midas. Midas with the ball out front for Cashton. Midas steps back, 3-point shot on the way. A little bit short. David Johnson with another rebound. And hands it off to Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft out front, now to Jerry von Falkenstein. Jerry to Zach Morin, back to Jerry. Jerry weaves his way up the right side. Block, gets his own rebound and puts it away. Jerry hanging with it. He's got 6 points on the night. Laufenberg now with the ball for Cashton. He'll get it to Hemmersbach. Hemmersbach to Schmitz. Schmitz to Midas. Midas up the right side. Kicks it out outside. Long shot. 3-point shot by
23.
Graham Hemmersbach. He's got 7 points now on the night. Hemmersbach's going to end up leading his team after playing a full game of JV. He's going to end up leading his team in scoring. I guess he only played a half a game of JV. Zach Morin, he's going to get fouled, I believe. That's going to be enough to put Zach on the line for bonus free throws. Personal foul is going to go on Quinn Midas. His third personal, his 7th team foul as he checks out, along with Grayson Smits. Checking back in is Caden Gabrielson, I think in the game for the first time, and Brady Wells back into the game. So I expect Hillsboro to be clearing their bench shortly as Cashton has pretty much waved the white flag. Cashton's got all JV players except for Trent Cast in the game. So Cashton's waved the white flag as Zach Morin has his total of 21. Zach's previous best is 19, and the rebounding and big man play underneath. Definitely Zach Morin's best game of the year. So Hillsboro with some young players in the game too now, and Zach will make that one, and he's going to come out of the game soon. The player coming in for Zach a little slow getting to the scorer's table. Gabrielson to Trent Cast. Cast, the lone remaining starter for any of the teams left in the game here. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, there's Laufenberg. Rebound, Ian Anderson. Anderson to Will Scholes. And now they're going to stop the game. They're going to get the rest of these kids in. Dane Green's coming in for the Tigers. Dylan Heft is in for Cashton, along with, I should know these guys, Gabe Martin. He played a lot of JV tonight. We get these young guys some time here. Will Scholes with the ball. And William will come near side to Michael Downing, I believe it is. Downing's going to get a shot, and his shot's going to go. Tried to get his own rebound. He ended up on the stage. Maybe he's auditioning for the musical. I don't know. Anyway, the rebound turned over, and inbounded by Martin. Now to Heft. Heft with the ball back to Martin. And here's Landon Laufenberg in a scrum for the ball. Martin come out with it, Gabe Martin. And I'm not for sure what anybody's going to call in that. And maybe a foul on Braun Jerschley. And Jerschley says he's going to foul out for this game's over.
No. I think it was on
The 16th foul, it's on Will Scholes, his first personal. Martin to inbound the ball for Cashton. To Heft. Heft back to Martin. Martin back to Heft. Now Laufenberg. Laufenberg to Martin. Martin's going to go off the hands of Austin. And it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Hillsboro's ball. 1:07 left to play. Michael Downing to inbound the ball for the Tigers. He'll get the ball to Will Scholes. Scholes gives everybody the thumbs down, whatever that means, and to Jerschley. Jerschley now free throw line. Back out to Downing. Downing to Scholes. Scholes cross court to Jerschley, and now Downing. Downing brings the ball, free throw line. Tries to get it Ian Anderson. Scrum for the ball. Dane Green gets a steal, or gets it back. Now back to Jerschley. And now Michael Downing on the far side. Downing comes up to Scholes. Scholes gets it to Jerschley. Jerschley to the free throw line. Out to Downing. Downing gets it into Anderson. Anderson licks the score, and Ian Anderson will drop it in for a deuce. And up the floor comes Laufenberg. Austin with the long shot. Time, we're down to about the last 5 seconds. Ball is going to go back to Cashton. I'm going to say off of Will Scholes. Cashton will have 3.6 seconds to make some magic happen here. Someone getting the scorebook. Laufenberg back to Martin. Martin going to line up, take the shot, and just a bit short. It looked lined up, but that's how we're going to finish tonight. Hillsboro 63. Cashton 37. Unofficial scoring for the Hillsboro Tigers. They were led by Zach Morin. Season high 22 points for Zach. I would say it's the best game Zach's played this year to date. He was followed by the animal David Johnson, who had 11 points and probably twice as many rebounds. Miles Ravenscroft with 10. When we skip down, Braun Jerschley had 7. Jerry Von Falkenstein with 6. Reed Urban with 3, Quinn Sheddert with 2, and Ian Anderson dropping that last deuce for a total of 63 points. Unofficially for the Cashton Eagles, they were led by Quinn Midas' 8 points. The trio with Trent Cast, Ethan Schmitz, and Graham Hemmersbach each dropping 7 points, 4 points from Grayson Schmitz, and Drew Butzler with 3 free throws for 37 points. Next up on the docket for the Tigers, I've got tomorrow night, Friday, the girls team will travel to Brookwood for a Scenic Bus Conference girls matchup. That's tomorrow night. JV starts at 5:45 at Brookwood High School. On the 13th, that'd be Monday night, the girls will travel to Lafarge. Now, don't get confused by this. I don't want to confuse anybody, but JV action starts at 6 o'clock at Lafarge, Wisconsin. Hillsboro versus the Kickapoo Panthers in JV action. Following that, the Hillsboro varsity girls will play the Lafarge Wildcats at 7:15. Tuesday night, that's the 14th, the boys will travel to Necedah, who, in fact, lost to this Cashton Eagles team. So if anybody has any doubts about how that game's going to play out,
Don't jinx them.
Jill says don't jinx them, but it should be a Tiger win as the Tigers travel to Necedah Tuesday night. The next time you can listen to Jill chew me out on the next live stream will be next Thursday night, a week from tonight, the 16th of January. The girls Tigers welcome the New Lisbon Rockets to town.
I thought we had a game Tuesday.
We'll be right here. I got the girls on Monday night, and Tuesday night I got the boys traveling to Necedah. Jill's looking. She thinks we're here Tuesday, but I don't think we're here Tuesday. I'll hold you right here if anybody cares. Anybody wants to know if we're here Tuesday. I think I'm looked at the same email today that Jill was looking at. Boys basketball at Necedah. Girls basketball home versus Seneca. Jill's right again. Jill's always right. We will be here Tuesday night for girls basketball action versus Seneca. So girls with the big time here, they got four games in about 6 days. So 3 girls games next week. Tuesday night we will be here versus Seneca with girls action. Tuesday night 5:45 live action with the JV. That being said, the weatherman says snow on the way tonight. A little bit, just the dusting. Don't get excited. And so drive safely, stay warm, throw a log on the fire, and we will see you next Tuesday night for girls high school basketball action. Have a safe and happy weekend.